Hello, my name is Jonathan Parker. I'll be your instructor for American National Government. I know the Syllabus Day lecture is not the most exciting thing in the world, so I'm going to try to get through this in a reasonable amount of time. So just bear with me. You need to listen to this, but I'll try to make it as quick as I can. So you should be in section 1583 with me, Jonathan Parker. First thing we need to talk about is the email, jonathan.parker@icc.edu. That is spelled correctly. My name's spelled correctly right there. My name's spelled correctly on your Canvas page, and probably on the school website too. I haven't checked if it's still up there recently, but I get a lot of this or this. I don't know who those emails end up going to or if they bounce back to the students, but my name, this is my name, JONATHAN Parker. I am not responsible for emails that you send to this guy, whoever he might be. I can't answer emails that I don't get. This is, again, problematic because students misspell my name on a regular basis and then get mad at me because I don't respond to them. Well, I can't respond to emails I never get. I am in 216C on the East Peoria campus with other faculty members. I think I'm just down to one office mate now. If you need help, please do not hesitate to stop by during the office hours. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm there, because those are the 2 days I'm on campus. Tuesday and Thursday, 1:15 to 2:45. So that's a good long time. Please come visit. I get very lonely. I think in the 6 years I've been teaching here, I've had maybe no more than 10 students visit during my office hours. So visitors are welcome. And we'll leave it there. Other office hours by appointment only. I'll hold extra office hours virtually via Zoom. Please talk to me to coordinate a meeting if you wish to exercise this option. I'll accommodate you if we can find a mutually agreeable time. All right, so here's the deal. I'm working multiple jobs. I have a 2-year-old. I am working through graduate school at the moment. I don't have 24/7 to dedicate to this. So I'm going to endeavor to be respectful of your time. I just ask that you be respectful of mine. A lot of online classes in the past have assumed that I live at my computer. I don't. I'm on here daily because I have responsibility to you guys, but I am not on the computer 24/7. All right, but we'll find a meeting time if we can find something that works with both our schedules. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns during the semester, please reach out. Remember, I cannot read your mind. That's another thing that students think that I can do that I can't. I won't know that you're having difficulty unless you tell me. Reach out if you need help. I'm available by email. Otherwise, that's a great way to get in contact with me. And we'll endeavor to get back to you within 1 business day of your inquiry. So if you send an email on Monday, give me until Tuesday to answer it. An email sent on Friday will be answered by the following Monday at the latest. I'm online a lot over the weekend because everything in our class is due on a Sunday. So, if you send me an email on a Friday, don't be shocked if you see a response from me on a Saturday. You can read the modality description, the course description, general information, course level, and institutional learning outcomes by yourself. This is the next thing I want to talk about. This is the book, Karen O'Connor, Larry Sabato, American Government Roots and Reform. No, I've had problems with this too. The bookstore is selling the correct book. You can get the correct book from the bookstore. One more time, the bookstore has the right book. There was some confusion a little while ago about that. Students, I don't know why there was confusion, but there was. So if you want to try to get the book through Amazon or some other third-party vendor, if that's cheaper, that's fine. Also, look, as I said, I'm working my way through grad school right now. I understand the cost of textbooks. If there's something, needs to be worked out, I'm perfectly willing to copy pages if that's something that you genuinely need me to do. I understand that textbook prices can sometimes be prohibitive. I get it, totally. Especially when you're trying to put shoes on a 2-year-old on a teacher's salary. Yeah, that gets a little prohibitive at times. So, the book is no longer offered online as part of an inclusive access course. We used to do this. Don't worry about that. Get the book, in other words, through the ICC bookstore or other provider. Virtual handouts, these will be on your class page. This is just really if Jonathan Parker was king and controlled the curriculum entirely, then he would teach a whole bunch of primary source documents. But we'll get through maybe 3 or 4 of these. All right, course policies. Unless we use Flipgrid, and yes, we use Flipgrid, so get used to that. I hear a lot of griping or a lot of good things. There's never anything in the middle. Everything you turn in, unless we use Flipgrid, must be in a Microsoft Word document that you upload to Canvas, and that'll be made very evident. All right. Academic citation, this is a big one as far as I'm concerned. Whenever you turn in a written assignment, you're required to cite your source. If you use a direct quote, if you paraphrase a chunk of text, if you present a theory, argument, opinion that doesn't belong to you, just cite it. It's okay. It's appreciated to acknowledge ideas that are not your own. I'm, as I've mentioned, working on this history certificate in grad school. Am I able to formulate my own ideas quite yet about things we study in my classes? No. So, if Samuel Huntington said this in his essay, yada, 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 and the point that I'm making is why. Just cite it. It's no big deal. It's not a mark against your intelligence to say, hey, I got this idea from somebody else. It's fine. It's fine. Do it. Bibliography. Because if you don't do it, it's called plagiarism, and that gets you into a lot of trouble with me and the school. Bibliography. So at the end of your written assignments, you are required to provide a list of sources that you have utilized for said assignment to complete it. We will use the latest version of MLA format for bibliographies, so MLA 9 and inline citations for this class. So use the template in the following link to construct your bibliography. This is just one. I know there are 1.5 million citation generators online. I'm not saying you have to use this one. This is just the one I used when I was your age. So I'm trying to take the thinking out of it for you and encourage you to use resources at your disposal to construct a bibliography and inline citations and really get the grade you deserve. So create citations. You just choose your source. It's fairly self-explanatory. You don't have to create an account. Again, there are so many other bibliography generators. That's just one. So, if you have any doubts about whether something needs to be cited, just cite it. I don't take off points for excess citations. I'll just circle it or highlight it or whatever on Canvas, or talk to you on Flipgrid or via email. Say, hey, you didn't need to cite that. That's fine. I'd rather you cite 10 things you didn't need to than not cite anything and plagiarize. Wikipedia, not an academic resource. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Again, because it bears repetition. Wikipedia is not an academic resource. Don't use it. Don't cite Wikipedia in any work that you do this semester. It will negatively impact your grade. How much will it negatively impact your grade? My answer to that, do you really want to find out? Just don't use it. Academic misconduct and plagiarism. So visit page 24 of the Student Rights and Responsibilities Handbook. There are multiple forms of academic misconduct listed there. To sum it up, if you choose to engage in academic misconduct or plagiarize, the handbook says this: based on the severity of the offense, the instructor may recommend failure for an assignment or failure for the course. Multiple instances of academic misconduct could include sanctions up to dismissal from the college. Please don't make me go that far. It's been an issue every semester I've taught here. The first time I catch you plagiarizing, I'll give you 0 for whatever assignment you have plagiarized on without the opportunity to redo it. This includes anything, 1 point to a million. The second time I catch you plagiarizing, I'm just going to fail you for the course. That's it. No exceptions will be made for that. I've had to do this a lot, give a lot of 0s, but after that, people seem to learn that I'm serious, and I've never had to fail anybody for the course. And I hope that you guys don't make me start. Late submissions. So I do not accept late work. I just don't. Circumstances, however, sometimes do occur that prevent you from turning something in on time. Now, it's going to be a higher bar for you to meet since I give you the work on a Monday and it's due on a Sunday. If a circumstance like an illness or death in the family does occur, please make sure you talk to me and make sure that you have proof of what you said happened did happen. I'm not unreasonable about it, but you have to have evidence that whatever happened, happened. So standard 10-point grading scale, methods of presentation. I will use videos. I record lectures like I'm doing right now. I'll put them up on the page, the Canvas page for the auditory learners. I'll put slideshows up for the visual learners. You are perfectly free to take the information in whichever way you like. I would, however, advise always watching the weekly instructional video, because in the weekly instructional video, I provide instruction. That's why I call it the weekly instructional video. So that one you should watch. So this is what you really care about here. Your grade. You'll have 2 tests, quizzes, a pre-test, post-test. You'll have Federalist papers, book assignment, classwork, homework, maybe a college-mandated essay. Sometimes this will be enough instead of that, and we'll just see. Don't count on this. This may or may not happen. So, news resources. This list has stayed largely the same. In my opinion anyway, this is a fairly balanced list. I know this is kind of right, this is kind of left wing. This I still think, even though this is now state-sponsored media or whatever that was a few months ago, I still think it's fairly centered. The Economist, I think, is fairly centered. I mean, there may be some of you that disagree with that. And that's perfectly fine. BBC, sometimes I think foreign news outlets do a better job of covering America and American politics than our news outlets do. So that's why that's included on there. So I do not advise taking a test and then forgetting about the material. This course is very sequential. One topic builds on top of another, on top of another. So you're going to be hearing and dealing with everything we study throughout the semester, like federalism. That'll certainly show up on test 1. That'll probably show up on test 2, and it could show up on the final. It's not the responsibility of the instructor to chase you down to make sure you're keeping up with your work. You need to get in touch with me if for some reason you need to be away to find out what, if anything, you missed. And if you don't, you're going to start seeing a lot of zeros on Canvas, and that's just the way it is. Bottom line here, log into class. I look to see if you're completing your homework, and I look to see if you're actually logging in. Canvas tells me that. This is part of college practice and determining who never attenders and non-attenders are. Basically, who's using federal aid money without, putting in the time. So when it comes time for me to determine attendance, I'll look at your activity on Canvas and determine what you've turned in via Flipgrid and Canvas. You can't skip or stop logging onto Canvas. You can't not turn in homework. You have to do both if you want to stay in and succeed in the class. The college handbook states that 5% of classes missed during a semester constitutes an excessive number of absences for a class and may merit being dropped. Now online it's a little trickier to determine what 5% is, since the semester really is all the days from August 21st to December 15th. But like I'm on campus, I teach Tuesdays and Thursdays. 5% is a Tuesday and a Thursday. So just log into class. Just log into class. It's not a hard thing to do. See what's going on. Do your work. Take away here. Keep an open line of communication with me. You're going to be fine. You'll learn something from the class, and you may even enjoy yourself. Crazier things have been known to happen. So this is our projected course schedule. We'll have a test over points 1 through 5, Friday, September 29th. It'll open up and close on Sunday, October 1st at 11:59. We'll have our second test on Friday, November 10th, 12:01. It'll close on Sunday, November 12th at 11:59. And the final, I'm not entirely sure about the final. In terms of when it's supposed to happen. I'm assuming I'll probably get more information as we get closer to the start of the school year. I will certainly let you know. First day of classes, Monday, August 21st, Labor Day, a day off, yay. Monday, September 4th, then Thanksgiving break, November 20th to 26th, and the semester ends December 15th. And that's all the information I'm getting, so I don't know when the final falls in there. Guest lecture series. I don't know if we're going to do that in a online setting, but if we do, I always try to bring in 1 or 2 guest speakers to class every semester. I plan on using this and continuing this practice depending on how comfortable people are with Zoom. Now just a word about the guest lecture series. I've worked in and around state, just a tiny bit of federal politics for years now, and I have contacts, certainly, nothing illustrious. You're not going to be having Governor Pritzker on here, but the reason they're there is because they know what they're talking about. They're experts in their field, and they don't charge me. All right, so could have Republicans, Democrats, Greens, Libertarians, whoever. They don't charge me. That's it. They'll come and talk to me because they like inspiring and talking to the younger generations. That's it. There's no ulterior motive. There's no indoctrination, nothing like that going on. I've gotten accused of a whole bunch of things. Just, they don't charge me. I don't get a budget for that from the school. And disclaimer, the instructor reserves the right to add or subtract from any part of the syllabus as the semester progresses. I'll make every attempt to notify you through Canvas or through email. Then we come to the planned assignments. The Federalist Papers, all right, they're just, you just have to read these. They're seminal documents in the founding of our country. You need to be exposed to them. The Federalist Papers explain why the adoption of our Constitution was a good idea, while the Anti-Federalist Papers give the opposite view. We will, so I'll take that out right now. I would be failing as an instructor of political science if I did not put these in front of you during your time with me. So we're going to just read 5 of them, 5 Federalists, 5 Anti-Federalists. The readings are uploaded for the Anti-Federalists onto Canvas. Right now they'll be made available when the assignment gets closer to being due. But the Federalist Papers, the link to get to those is right here. That's all. It's like, oh, I have to read number 10. Okay, Federalist numbers 1 through 10. We go to the bottom. It's really very self-explanatory. The same subject continued. The Union is a safeguard against domestic faction and insurrection. Okay, then I've got to read number 47, and you get through it through there. I have students every semester, for some reason, they think, okay, Federalist paper assignment, and they'll just, like, pick one. And they'll pick number 9 or number 1 or something like that. No. Look at the syllabus. You've got to read 10, 47, 49, 50, 51. And the Anti-Federalists, the same. And this is the worksheet that I want you to fill out. And you fill out one of these worksheets for every Federalist paper. All right? And every Anti-Federalist paper, this worksheet's largely the same. It's tweaked a little. So, and book assignments. There are 3 book assignments I have planned right this second. Does that mean there won't be more? No. And they're due. They might be on Flipgrid. And they might be on Canvas too. It just depends. And here is a calendar, assignment calendar and due dates, so you know what everything that I've got planned right now is going to be due. So there should be no surprises ever about this stuff, because everything is right there, right in front of you, right at your fingertips. So write the dates down, do what you need to do. All right. So that ends the syllabus lecture. There is a supplemental to this that I'm sorry that I have to include, but I do because, well, you'll see in a moment. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, email me, jonathan.Parker@icc.edu, and I look forward to working with you. All right, bye.